And thanks so much for staying with the McAllen Cable Network. I'm Roxanne Lerma. Today we find ourselves out at the McAllen International Airport where we have a full-scale exercise underway. To help us out with that, Ms. Liz Suarez, the Interim Aviation Director of the airport, joining us now. Now, Liz, tell us exactly what is going on out here.
What you see behind me is the required FAA full-scale exercise. This exercise is required of us every 3 years. And so what we're doing is at 10 a.m. we received a simulated alert 2 from the tower, which signified that there was an aircraft with hydraulic issues that anticipated a difficult landing or an emergency landing. At 10:08 we received a simulated alert 3 alert, and that alert signifies that the aircraft has crashed on impact. And with that simulation, we received notification that there's 25 souls on board the aircraft with 3 fatalities. And so what you see before us is a simulation of what is our response to that emergency, to the 3 fatalities that were on board, as well as other serious injuries that we find ourselves with. We're trying to have a real-life simulation so that we can understand what our reaction time is and better understand what areas we need improvement in.
Okay, so where did the flight actually originate from in this drill, and where is it headed to? Why does it end up here at McAllen Airport?
The simulation drill calls for the flight, United flight originating out of Mexico City, en route Houston. McAllen is the designated point for an emergency landing on that flight, and so that's what we're simulating here.
Okay, so Liz, this is not just McAllen. I mean, this is kind of an entire regional effort. We've involved our hospitals, all our emergency responders. Why is it so important for us to do that?
You know, more than anything, in the event of a true emergency, we would need support outside of just the city. And so we're really giving all our regional responders and all the different agencies that we know would be involved with this type of an incident response to have that practice available to them. And so indeed, what you see here is that regional reaction and that regional involvement. We're really grateful to all our regional partners, our local medical hospitals, our local first responders, our local fire departments, and all the different regional incident command response team. We thank them for the opportunity to work together with the airport, not only just to help us meet that obligation that we have to practice our drills on an ongoing basis, but also giving them an opportunity to give us feedback. What are areas that need improvement, so that as an airport authority, we ensure that we're addressing those issues.
So some of the things that we've actually seen out here are pretty, gory, and it's like a real life situation. We've got the glass in the eye and missing limbs and whatnot. So we even had actors from STC come out here and help us with that, correct?
Yes, we're really grateful to our students from STC. We had about 25 students come in to help us with the reenactment or with the acting of the simulated activity.
And acting, they were like legitimately. We had one that was acting like she was, somewhat psychotic, was actually giving the emergency responders kind of a struggle to put up with.
I think that what becomes really clear in these type of emergencies when we see them happening in other parts of the country and in other parts, other airports, what we understand is that there is a lot of unknown. And so we really do try to, in these exercises, simulate a wide range of responses from the passengers, a wide range of injuries, a wide range of scenarios, so that we have extensive practice.
Kind of what I'm hearing from our emergency responders is that they really do appreciate the practice, because it's so different to learn in a classroom, from a book, than it is to actually hands-on setting.
That's right. FAA requires an annual update to all our emergency management plans, but it's one thing to be writing those updates in an office and to be studying emergency management in an office than it is to actually be exercising and practicing. And so we're excited about the opportunity that we've had. This type of regional exercise takes a lot of coordination. We're really grateful for all of the response that we've had, which has been really favorable. And all of this effort takes months to put together. And so this for us is a really big deal. It's a great opportunity again to practice what our most important duty is, and that's safety and response time to emergencies.
Is it also a good eye-opening experience in terms of, deficiencies and flaws, things that we still need to work on in the future? Because we only see this every 3 years.
Absolutely. And one of the most crucial components of this exercise is the tabletop review that we will do following the simulated incident. And so after this wraps up at about noon today, we'll move all of this exercise indoors, where we sit down over the course of a few hours today and a few hours tomorrow, and as a region we start to analyze areas of deficiency, areas that require improvement. Maybe we identify additional partners that need to be at the table.
Excellent, Liz. Some really valuable information. It was such an interesting exercise. Thank you so much for joining us and helping us out with that. Thank you for tuning into the McAllen Cable Network. I'm Roxanne Lerma.